Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. So for today's video, I am going to be giving you some tips on thrift shopping. You guys know that I try to buy my clothing in an ethical way, and one way that I love to do that is through thrift shopping. It is so fun and so affordable. So I get a lot of questions from you guys about thrift shopping, so I thought it would be fun to put together a list of 5 tips for thrift shopping that I have learned while thrifting over the past several years. And I hope it's helpful. I will also be showing you some of my favorite pieces I've gotten at the thrift store, so if you're interested in all of that, please keep watching. So my first tip when it comes to thrift shopping is to have an idea of what you're looking for. Oftentimes there's just so much available when you walk into a thrift store, it's kind of overwhelming, and I definitely experienced that when I first started thrift shopping. But the way that I've gotten past that is to have an idea in my head of what is missing from my wardrobe or what I would be interested in purchasing, and that helps me weed out a lot of random things that I don't really need to be wasting my time looking at. So a good way I like to do this is to have a board on Pinterest of different images that are inspiring me for my wardrobe, and maybe I am really liking high-waisted pants at the moment or something like that. Then I will be more drawn to high-waisted styles in the store, and I can filter out the others more easily. I also often like to have an idea of a specific item, something like a striped shirt, and that will just pop out at you if you have that idea in your head. So that is my first tip. I think it's really helpful in finding things that you will actually wear. And a favorite piece that I have found while thrifting that's kind of an example of this point is this plaid shirt. It's a J. Crew brand shirt, and I had an idea in my head of a green and navy plaid shirt for a really long time. I had seen one at LL that I really liked, but I wanted to find a more slow fashion option. So I was so excited when I found a navy and green plaid button down that was just my size, and it just popped out at me because I had that idea in my head. So this is definitely a favorite thrifting find, and I got this for I think $1.75. So my second tip is to shop for the basics when you're thrift shopping, and especially if you're new to thrift shopping, looking for those key pieces for your wardrobe at a thrift store is a great way to start because you will weed out a lot of the more eccentric items. So things like jeans or striped shirts, chambray shirts, denim jackets, those are things that I really like to look for at the thrift store, and they are usually pretty prolific because a lot of people buy basic pieces. So that's one of my favorite things to look for. I especially love to get a good striped shirt from the thrift store. I have way too many of those right now, but it can be a great way to source those really high quality basics that you can then build your wardrobe off of. Here is another favorite piece. This is also a J. Crew brand piece. I think people must get rid of a lot of J. Crew clothes in my city because they seem to be everywhere. But this is one of my favorite striped tees. I found it at Goodwill for I think $3.50, so a really nice price for a great basic t-shirt. I wear this all the time, and it's really versatile and a really high quality knit. So this is just an example of a great basic that you can find at the thrift store. This next tip is one that I have actually started implementing recently, and that is to go thrift shopping in the morning. Usually, at least where I am, they will put out a bunch of new stuff in the mornings and it's not as picked over. So I like to go thrifting on weekday mornings if I'm not working, or on Saturday morning, and there just seems to be more selection and more available and better pieces because people haven't kind of looked at everything already and taken the best things. They do put new pieces out in most thrift stores all day long, but the best stuff is usually in the morning, I have found, at least in my area. So that is something that I like to do now. I like to make myself a cup of coffee, go to the thrift store, and just take my time, browse around, see what is new and what I like. And I find that the pieces are usually higher quality and just better condition earlier in the day. I found a lot of great pieces at the thrift store early in the day, so I'm just going to show you another favorite piece, and this is a little lace skirt that I found in the spring. You guys might remember from my spring clothing haul I think I did on this channel, and it's just a really cute lace skirt with this kind of stretchy elastic waistband, and I've worn this so much this spring and summer. It's a great piece and a really good one to find at the thrift store for such a good price, so this is definitely a favorite in my wardrobe. My next tip is one that was difficult for me to personally implement in my life, but it made it a lot easier when it came to buying clothes at the thrift store because I was buying things that I would actually wear, and that is to try the clothes on. I know this is hard for a lot of us, especially if you're like me and have a hard time getting past the ick factor of the thrift store, but trying the clothes on will make sure that you will actually wear what you're buying. It can be so tempting because it is cheap to just buy a lot of things when you're thrifting. But take those things, try them on, see what you will actually use in your life, and that will not only save you money, but it will save you the headache of having a bunch of clothes that you won't wear. So now when I go thrifting, I go around and collect all the things that kind of catch my eye, and I usually end up only buying 2 or 3 things once I've gone and tried everything on, whereas before I probably would have bought a whole bunch of more items just because I liked the look of them and didn't want to bother with trying them on. Here is a piece in my wardrobe that really benefited from me trying it on. This is just a basic gray sweater that I wear so much in the fall and winter. It's so comfortable, it's a little bit longer, so it doesn't look like much on the hanger, but I liked the color, and I'm so glad I tried it on because I really like the fit as well, and this is one that I wear all the time when the weather cools off. I'm actually really excited for fall to come so I can break this back out in my fall wardrobe. Fall clothes are just my favorite. I'm not so much of a summer person, but I really love this sweater, and this was one that definitely benefited from me trying it on. So my last tip is to be persistent, because persistence really does pay off when it comes to thrift shopping. I'm definitely much better at it now than I was when I first started out. And when it comes to those specific items, keep going back because you will find something eventually that matches up with what you're looking for. They're adding new things in all the time. People get rid of so many pieces of clothing and accessories. So keep going if you're looking for something. I try and go about twice a month when it comes to thrift shopping, just to check and see what is out there. I don't buy things every time I go, but I like to go fairly frequently. So if you're looking to really get into thrift shopping, I recommend you go quite a lot. A piece that is in my wardrobe because I was persistent is my basket bag. I really wanted to find one of these at a thrift store and not pay full price or buy one from a fast fashion brand. And after about 3 trips thrifting, I did manage to find one that I just love and I think looks amazing and looks just as good as a bunch from more expensive stores. I paid $6.99 for this at a local thrift store, and I was just so happy to have found exactly what I was looking for, but it did take a few tries. So don't give up if you're not finding what you want. Keep searching and you will find those great deals. Alright guys, so those are 5 thrifting tips. I hope this was helpful. Let me know what your questions are about thrifting and I will do my best to answer those down below. I know thrift shopping can be overwhelming at first. It's just a very different style of shopping than most of us are used to, and there's a lot to sort through and get used to. So let me know what your questions are or anything else you would have liked to have seen addressed. I know there are a lot of different directions I could have taken this, and I will do my best to answer any questions or concerns down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I really hope this was helpful for you. I enjoyed talking about thrifting. It's one of my favorite things, and I hope you enjoyed seeing some of my favorite pieces as well that I've managed to snag at the thrift store. If you are interested to see more from me, please check me out on Instagram. I am at Chic Éthique over there, and if you want to see some thrifted outfits, that is the place to go. And then if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would love for you to go ahead and do that now by pushing the red button below this video, and that will just let you keep up with whenever I post a new video. But that is it from me today. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye guys.